Hey guys, we are going to do a quick little explanation for experimental versus theoretical probability. It is something that we are going to cover in later weeks. However, there is a question on it on your SchoolNet. So if you have already finished your SchoolNet and you've already turned it in, feel free to send me your response. Remember, you can find these questions underneath the module where it says your assignment for SchoolNet. I posted the questions, so you're always able to retake them if you would like. So if you've already taken the SchoolNet, question number 10 talks about theoretical and experimental probability, and we didn't really cover that in the videos. So when we talk about experimental and theoretical probability, experimental is like an experiment. So it's something that you do something to try to get the answer. So you're doing something. And theoretical is in a perfect world. So if I say I flipped a coin, I would assume that if I flipped a coin 20 times, 10 of those times would be heads, 10 of those times would be tails. Because theoretically, it's a 50-50 chance. However, experimentally, I could get 5 heads and then 15 tails. So when you're working with an experiment versus theoretical, the experimental is the number of times it occurs over your total trials, and your theoretical is the number of favorable outcomes, which is what we talked about with probability. So this is probability, favorable outcomes, what you want, over the total outcomes. So when I'm looking at this, when I'm trying to figure out what experimental and theoretical is, experimental, let's say I flip a coin. And if I flip this coin, let's say 10 times. Let's say of those 10 times, let's say I got heads 3 times and tails. If I had got heads 3 times, that means I got tails 7 times. So my experimental probability, I've actually taken this coin, I flipped it 10 times, and I've documented my responses. If I wanted to know for heads, I would do the total number of times it occurred, which is 3, over the total trials, which is 10. If I wanted tails, the total times it occurs, which is 7, over the total number, which was 10. So this would be what occurred. My theoretical would be number of favorable outcomes.
Someone please unlock room 200. Thank you.
So on a coin, I only have 1 heads, and I only have 2 outcomes. For tails, I only have 1 tails, and I have 2 outcomes, heads or tails. So I have a 50-50 chance here, but if I actually look at my experiment, I got tails more than 50, and I got heads less than 50. And so if I were to try to find the difference, I would be subtracting these two. Hopefully this helps you. We are going to be talking about this later on in more detail. You have, on question number 10, I'm going to scroll this up, you have a spinner, and it tells you that you spun this 45 times. This is blue, red, yellow, green. You spun this 45 times. Red was 17 times. So you want to know what the difference between your probability is on stopping on red. So experimentally, this is your data. However, theoretically, I only have 1 red, and I only have 4 total outcomes. So hopefully that'll help you try to solve your question. Hopefully this video helps. Like I said, we are going to be diving more into this later on. And if you've already done your SchoolNet assignment, please feel free to redo it and email me your answers, because you can't put them in school net twice. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.